Alright guys, so this is going to be the new Gen 3 Mustang full review. I'm going to be telling you guys whether or not it's worth it to grind this tail beast and what all you will get from it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe to the video, guys. Alright, so as usual guys, we're going to be starting off with the first mode. Now the first mode, as always, is pretty much just a very basic moveset. You get a slight bomb there. The E-spec, there is no E-spec. The M1s are just very low damage M1s, and then the Q-spec is actually, it's literally just Vengeance first move as a Q-spec. Now overall, this moveset isn't the worst in the world, but it's definitely not the best either, as expected from the first stage of, you know, the Gen 3s. There's only one Gen 3 that has a really good first stage, and this happens to not be one of them. They're going into the second stage here, Mustang Experience Form 2. Now, the stats obviously go up by a large margin. Now, the problem with the Stage 2 and Stage 3 is that both of them have the same M1s, so both of them knock back, I'm pretty sure. I'll go ahead and test it again, but as I was testing it before, they definitely did knock back. So he's going to get off his feet right here. He's going to heal up, and I'm going to test the M1s. All right, yes. As you guys can see, they are knockback M1s. Now, like before, the Z-spec and the E-spec are completely the same to all the other Gen 3s. Just very basic movesets. Nothing to go home about. I mean, like, it's honestly just super basic, as expected from the Stage 1 and 2. Now, the Stage 2 Q-spec is actually just Fume's instant ability, which, if I'm going to be dead honest with you, Fume's EKG slot is much better than this Q-spec because it doesn't take up a Q-spec. It's easy to slap onto your moveset. This one actually takes up an entire mode to use. Stage 2 is honestly pretty terrible, all things considered. But I mean, like, look at this little, like, horse pee-pee coming out of your forehead, though. And then coming to Stage 3. Now, this is one of the ones where I'm going to be going into a little bit more detail because Form 3 and Form 4 are the ones that actually matter the most. Now, Form 4 has the same exact M1s. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or not. Maybe they forgot to do some of the special stuff. The Q-spec is actually just Fume's third ability. I'm pretty sure it's Fume's second or third ability. It's the exact same. It's honestly not a very good Q-spec. I mean, like, compared to the other tailed beast Q-specs of the third stage, that is absolutely abysmal. Like, it's just a very, very hard to use combo extending move. And even though it is instant and AoE around you, Fume has literally the same thing. And like I said before, it is better because it's on your EKG slots instead of your mode. Now, the E-spec is a little bit better. It's just Fume's first ability. And like, as you guys know, most of the Gen 3s actually use their, you know, their EKG that they drop. They use them in their actual moveset. But it's a little bit different because all the other ones don't exactly use their EKG. They have, you know, special abilities attached to them. This one is literally just the EKG put onto the tail beast. So, you know, just because of that, I do think the Stage 3 honestly is not that good. I mean, like, looking at these abilities, honestly, the damage is lackluster. The abilities are just easy to predict. I mean, like, you know, this honestly doesn't really have anything much going for it when it comes to Stage 3. I mean, like, if you look at this Stage 3 compared to the other Stage 3, this is by far the single worst Stage 3. I mean, you have like very, very low combo extending potential. You have very low damage thresholds for the, you know, huge damage burst compared to the other tail beast Stage 3s. This Stage 3 is honestly just terrible compared to the other Stage 3s. Going into the final mode, the Baryon mode for the Mustang Spirit, obviously, guys, this looks sick. I mean, look at this. Look how long my tails are. Like, this honestly is a very good looking, you know, side mode. I do like it how they made like a little bit of color attached to it as well. When they attach color to it, it always makes it better. Like, look at this. Look how beautiful it is. But that's where the good things end. First of all, this Q-spec is one of the lowest damage Q-specs out of all of the tail beasts. I'm pretty sure a Paul, it may be Maru, and no, I'm pretty sure, no, it's a Paul, it's just a Paul that has a lower damage Q-spec. And that's because the Q-spec isn't really a combo extender for a Paul. I mean, like, I know I'm just kind of like hating on the Mustang Spirit right now, but the Mustang Spirit is honestly has nothing really going for it. So obviously, guys, that was the end of the Q-spec there. That is actually the end of it is good, but compared to the other end of the Q-specs, it's just like you have to ask the question, is this worth grinding for? Like, usually tail beasts take an extremely long time to grind. You have to ask yourself, is this worth grinding possible days for? Possible, you know, so much of your time wasted grinding for this tailed beast in this game. And I'm gonna be frank with you, I don't think so. I mean, like, look at this. Like, obviously, guys, when the Mustang Spirit gets summoned, it has all these really, really good abilities, and it does lots of damage because that's what the Mustang Spirit does. Like, look, that is an absolutely massive damage burst. So that's probably the biggest damage burst Q-spec when it comes to actual tailed beasts out of any of them. But that's just the summon. I mean, that's not, you know, considering the Z-spec, which is pretty much just a Paul Z-spec. It's like exactly the same as a Paul Z-spec, but it has a little bit of, you know, flair attached to it. Has like that little thing at the end, but they actually only do 1,000 per tick each. So you only could do a maximum of like 5,000, 6,000 extra damage a hit. And usually ends up doing like extra like 30k, which may seem like a big deal. But for Gen 3s, it's not. I mean, like some of the Gen 3s and their Z-Spec could do like 200,000 damage. I mean, like the only thing Mustang Spirit has going for it is honestly the summon from the Q-Spec. The summon from the Q-Spec is the only thing it has going for it. And frankly, that's not, you know, that's not good enough in my opinion. I think that, you know, this kit may need a bit of tuning. It may need a bit of changing. The abilities need to be unique a little bit from the actual EKG. And I actually do think Mustang Spirit, I'm going to say here, Mustang Spirit is the first A-tier Gen 3. Yes, you heard that correctly. The first A-tier Gen 3. Now, actually grinding the boss is honestly up to you whether or not it's worth it, because you actually do get the Fume Bloodline that drops and you do get the weapon. The weapon isn't that good. The weapon is not that good, but, you know, it's like all the other Gen 3s. It's a pretty good combo extending damage weapon. And, you know, the Bloodline is honestly pretty good. I say the Bloodline is probably a solid A tier, but this Tail Beast is honestly A minus. Like, I'm dead serious when I say this is A minus tier. And the only reason why it's not like B tier or C tier is because of the raised M1s. It does have a very high raised M1. I'm pretty sure it's the same as a Paul, as I could see here. But yeah, I feel like Mustang Spirit's is like literally like an A minus A tier mode. And it's sad to say because it's a Gen 3, you know? These are supposed to be the most broken OP things in the game. And whether or not it's worth it, like I said before, you get the Bloodline, you get the weapon. That's up to you whether or not you want those. By the way, guys, what is your favorite Gen 3 so far in Shindo Life? Leave in the comments below. We'll be checking them out. Mine is actually Maru. All right, so like normal, we are going to be doing the PvP segment. Now, I'm not, you know, that excited for this just because, yeah, Mustang Spirit's pretty abysmal. But, you know, hopefully we can actually get it. And, yeah, let's get into this. So we're going to go ahead and, we're fighting the Magma Boy. Full M1 combo, Q-Spec. Oh, I actually got him with the Q-Spec. Oh, I actually got him. Okay, wait. This is good. Where'd he go? My Mustang Spirit's almost dead. All right, let's Z-Spec. All right, yo, this is actually going really good so far. Mustang Spirit might do a huge damage burst too. Block? Oh no, it's time for my butthole to get destroyed right now. Go. Summon the tailed beast. Hit me. Oh, come on. I know you wanted to. Dude, this is Gen 3 PvP right here. This is Shindo life. Where'd he go? All right, I'm just gonna charge my chi right in this dude's face. Hit him a little bit of this. Oh no, he actually hit me with the Q-Spec this time. No! Yeah, this is about how I expected the PvP to go. Go. Let's E-Spec now. Where'd he go? Get him. Hit him a little bit of this. All right, it's time to heal. Oh, wait, the keybinds are different. Hit him with the Z-Spec. All right, I actually got the Z-Spec off on him, though. Dude, the Tail Beast has so much HP. No! Come on, Q-Spec. Q-Spec, save me. All right. Yeah, that's about how I expected it to go. How low? I don't know how low he was, by the way. He had to have been low because I did hit the Q-Spec at the start there. But yeah, that's about how I expected the PvP to go for Gen 3 Mustang right there. Anyways, guys, that's before this video. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like, subscribe, post, guys. Bye-bye.